guys. So several of you have been asking me questions about what to expect if you're going to Disneyland either like right after Labor Day or maybe right after Halloween. And I think these are very, very good questions because I mean, these are kind of in between major seasons at Disneyland, and it's easy to wonder, like, what is it like? What can you expect when you're not there for a major season or major celebration at the parks? And so I kind of want to go over really briefly what you can expect, what it's like, and to be quite honest, it's not all that different. Much of the things are very, very similar. There's only a few major differences, 3 to be exact, major differences. The first one is that you're going to be noticing a lot of like no man's land when it comes to decoration. That they're going to be in the middle of taking down decorations for the previous season while also putting up the decorations for the next season. For instance, this year, you may notice some Pixar Fest bunting up one day, and the next day there might be some jack-o'-lanterns around. Or later in the year, there might still be some orange bunting left up on the main street, but also the castle is progressively getting more and more snow. And every day that you go, the decorations will be a little bit different. This is largely just because it's a work in progress. And so you're getting to watch that firsthand as they go from one season to the next and work. So that is one thing you're gonna notice. Number 2, you're going to notice a few less options for food and beverage, especially the specialty food and beverage, because they will have already stopped making all the specialty foods from the previous season, but they do not start making the next season's offerings until that season starts. So a few less offerings, you may or may not notice that, because there's still so many options all around the park. But if you were really, really hoping to try something from either of those 2 seasons that you're in between, it's unfortunately not gonna happen. So it's something to keep in mind. The last big thing that you're gonna notice is that there's more attractions closed down for refurbishment. They do this largely because this in-between time tends to be a little bit quieter, not near as busy as other peak times, and it rarely reaches capacity, very rarely. And so they use that to try and get some last-minute attractions spruced up before they get into another major peak time. There are some of them though that they will be shutting down because they have to prepare themselves for this new season. For example, you will see the Haunted Mansion and Space Mountain close down between summer and Halloween seasons. And between Halloween and the holidays, you will see It's a Small World close down. And that's among all the other little ones that will also be shutting down. It's not a ton, but you will be seeing a few things not open while you're there. In terms of entertainment, I mean, they revert back to their standard entertainment. Usually the fireworks becomes Remember Dreams Come True. They do their normal other shows, like they do the rest of the year. So that doesn't really change a great deal. So lucky for you, you don't have to worry about that. And everything else remains largely unchanged. It's just those 3 things you really need to watch out for, but these are very good questions because no one really talks much about that, not even Disneyland. They don't talk much about what happens during that time. So excellent questions, thank you guys for bringing those up. And I know there are other questions that you guys have given. I'm still working on those. They are gonna be coming in the weeks to come. So make sure you keep subscribing so you can get the answers to your questions and a lot of other videos that we have to offer, keeping you updated on what's going on. Follow us on our other pages that we have as well. And we'll see you guys next week. All right, bye.